There's a reason you're watching this video right now. Maybe you opened this message without fully understanding why. Maybe it was just another video popping up. But deep down in your heart, there's something searching for peace, searching for answers, searching for hope to keep going. So stay until the end, because this message will move you. And I believe God brought you here today for a reason. Maybe the last few days have been difficult for you. Maybe your mind is tired of overthinking. You try to stay strong in front of people. You try to continue your routine normally, but inside your heart, there are worries that no one knows about. There are silent struggles that you can't explain. There are moments when you feel like stopping for a while because the weight has become too much. And you know what's hardest? Often no one notices. People see your smile, your messages, your presence, but they can't see what you face silently every day. They can't see the nights you lay in bed worried, the times you cried in secret, the moments you asked God for help without even knowing what words to use. But God saw everything. He saw every tear that fell silently. He saw every battle fought within your mind. He saw how many times you tried to keep going even without strength. And that is precisely why this message has reached you today, because God is still watching over your life, even when everything seems at a standstill, even when answers are slow in coming, even when you think no one understands your pain. God understands. Perhaps you are carrying anxiety about the future. Perhaps you are fighting against fear, against discouragement, against negative thoughts that have stolen your peace. Or perhaps there are situations in your life that you cannot resolve alone, and this is slowly tiring your soul. But I want to ask something of you now. Stay with me until the end of this message. Open your heart for a few minutes. Let this prayer enter your soul, because what God wants to tell you today can renew your strength, restore your hope, and bring peace to areas of your life that have been hurting for a long time. It doesn't matter what happened before this video started. It doesn't matter how many times you thought about giving up. There is still hope for your life. There is still a new beginning prepared by God for you. And before we begin this prayer, I want to ask one simple thing: like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you will continue to receive messages of faith, hope, and strength for the days when your heart needs direction and peace. First, before anything else, I want you to stop for a few minutes and be silent with me. I know the weight you have been carrying in your heart. I know the thoughts you can't tell anyone. I know the nights you tried to appear strong, even though you were tired inside. And today I just want you to rest in my presence. You didn't come to this message by chance. I saw the exact moment your heart began to grow weary. I saw when you tried to keep smiling even though you felt afraid. I saw when you felt alone amidst so many people. And even when no one noticed your pain, I stayed by your side the whole time. Son, I never left your side. Even on the days when your faith was weak, I continued to hold your hand. Even when you thought your prayers weren't being heard, I was silently listening to every word. There are things happening inside you that you still can't understand, but I'm working on every detail of your life. Don't be afraid of the waiting time. Don't think I've forgotten you. There are times when I allow silence because I'm preparing something greater than what your eyes can see now. My word says in Matthew 11:28, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That's exactly what I want to do now. I want to lighten your soul. I want to take away this weight you've been carrying alone. You don't need to prove anything to receive my love. You don't need to pretend to be strong. You don't need to hide your tears from me. I know every part of your story. I know the times you stayed silent to avoid an argument. I know the times you chose to keep doing good even when you were hurt. I know every disappointment that tried to harden your heart. And yet you're still here. This shows that there's something strong inside you that the world couldn't destroy. Maybe people don't recognize your struggle. Maybe no one knows how much you've endured in silence. But I saw it all, and nothing you faced was in vain. Part 2:10. My son, there are pains you could never explain. There are wounds hidden behind words like, "everything's all right." Many times you kept helping people while your own heart was tired. Many times you listened to everyone else's problems but found no one to listen to yours. I saw all of that. I saw the times you went into your room and cried alone. I saw when you tried to sleep, but your mind wouldn't stop. I saw when you asked for a sign, an answer, a direction. And even in the silence, I was near you. You need to understand something today. I don't ignore any of your tears. My word says in Psalm 56:8, you have kept count of my tossings. Put my tears in your bottle. Every tear that fell from your face was seen by me. Every silent prayer reached me. Even those words you couldn't finish because sadness gripped your heart. My child, I know that sometimes you look at your life and wonder when things will change. You see other people moving forward, being recognized, achieving dreams, while you feel stuck in the same place. But don't compare your path to anyone else's. The world values appearance, speed, and recognition. But I look at the heart. I see your faithfulness in difficult times. I see you continuing even when tired. I see your struggle not to give up, and that has value in my eyes. There are battles that no one notices, but I see each one of them. I see when you fight against negative thoughts. I see when you try to remain strong even when you fear the future. I see when you choose not to return evil with evil. None of this is small to me. Perhaps you've thought your life has lost its direction. Perhaps you felt left behind. But listen to this carefully. I am still writing your story. The difficult times will not last forever. There are things I am silently organizing. There are doors I am preparing. There are answers that will come at the right time. You can't see it now, but I continue working even on the days when everything seems at a standstill. So don't give up on me. Don't give up on yourself. Because what I started in your life, I will still finish. Part 3 went in my son. I know there are days when tiredness seems greater than your strength. There are days when you wake up trying to believe that everything will get better, but inside you feel a heavy heart. I know those silent battles you face without telling anyone, and today I want you to listen to this calmly. You are not alone. Even when everything seems confusing, I remain close. Even when you don't feel my presence, I am still watching over your life. There are times when fear tries to occupy your thoughts. There are times when worry about tomorrow steals your peace. But I don't want you to live trapped in anxiety. Give your worries to me. Stop carrying burdens alone that weren't meant for you to bear without help. You've spent too much time trying to solve everything alone. Too much time pretending you can handle everything without breaking. But I never asked you to face life without me. My child, I am your refuge on difficult days. When the world seems too heavy, talk to me. When your mind is tired, talk to me. When no one understands your pain, I will continue listening to you. My word says in Psalm 34:18, the Lord is near to the brokenhearted. I am near to you now, closer than you imagine. Perhaps there are people who have hurt you, people who made promises and didn't keep them, people who left marks on your heart, and because of that, you started to build barriers so you wouldn't suffer again. But don't let the pain harden your heart. Not everything that happened was your fault. There are wounds you are still trying to understand. There are questions that remain unanswered, but I can heal places inside you that no one else can reach. You don't need to continue living trapped in the past. I know that sometimes you relive difficult moments in your mind. I know there are memories that still hurt, but I want to bring peace back into your soul. Pain will not be the last word on your life. Fear will not be stronger than the plans I have for you. Even if you're tired today, there's still hope for tomorrow. Keep walking with me, just one more step at a time. My son, I see the effort you make every day to keep going. I see how many times you wanted to stop, but still decided to keep going. Even tired, even hurt, even without understanding many things, you kept walking, and that didn't go unnoticed by me. There are times when you think that nobody values what you do. You help, you dedicate yourself, you try to do the right thing, but often you receive silence in return. That hurts the heart. I know that. But I want you to understand something important. Your worth doesn't depend on people's approval. You don't need to be recognized by the world to be important to me. I see your sincerity. I see your intentions. I see the good you do even when nobody notices. There are seeds you planted in silence that will still bear fruit in due time. Maybe you're tired of waiting. Maybe you're tired of fighting for changes that seem never to happen. But I'm working on areas of your life that your eyes can't yet see. Not everything happens the moment you want it to, because there are processes that need to mature. Trust me, even on the days when nothing makes sense. My child, I also see the times when you feel inadequate. I see when you look at yourself and think you're not strong enough, smart enough, or capable enough. But I never chose perfect people. I choose willing hearts. And despite your flaws, I continue to love you. Despite your fears, I remain close. Despite the times you've fallen, I continue to extend my hand to lift you up again. Don't let guilt distance you from my presence. There are people who live trapped by their own mistakes, believing they don't deserve to start over. But I am a God of new beginnings. I am a God of mercy. I am a God who restores broken lives. The past doesn't have to define who you will be from now on. There is still purpose for your life. There is still hope for your home. There is still a future prepared for you. My word says in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So take a deep breath. What seems difficult today will not remain so forever. My son, I know there were times when you lost the will to keep trying. Times when discouragement became so strong that even simple things started to seem difficult. You smiled at people, answered messages, continued your routine, but inside you were tired, and I saw it. I saw the emotional weight you carried in silence. I saw how many times you tried to hide your sadness so as not to worry anyone. I saw the nights you spent overthinking, trying to find answers to situations that hurt your heart. But today I want to remind you of one thing. Your life still has value. No matter how many times they tried to diminish you, no matter how many negative words were thrown at your life, what I think of you is greater than any human opinion. You weren't born to live trapped in fear, guilt, or the feeling of failure. There are people who made you believe you would never be enough. People who hurt your self-esteem, your confidence, and even your peace. And little by little you began to doubt yourself, but I never stopped believing in you. Even when you saw no way out, I kept opening paths. Even when you thought of giving up, I kept sustaining your strength. There were days when you thought you couldn't bear anymore, but you still made it this far. This shows that I have been taking care of you the whole time. Son, stop demanding so much of yourself. You don't need to solve everything today. You don't need to have all the answers now. There are things that will be understood in due time. There are processes that I am guiding in silence. Trust me more. Not every delay means abandonment. Not every silence means absence. Sometimes I am just preparing you for something greater than what you asked for. My word says in Isaiah 41:10, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God." So don't let fear dominate your mind. You are not walking alone. I will strengthen you in difficult days. I will give you direction when everything seems confusing. I will renew your hope when discouragement tries to take over your heart. And little by little, you will realize that there are still reasons to keep believing. My son, I know there are questions within you that have not yet been answered. Situations that you have tried to understand many times but remain unexplained. And at times, this has made you think that perhaps I had forgotten your prayers. But I have never forgotten you. No prayer offered with sincerity goes unnoticed by me, even those offered in tears, even those offered in silence. Even when you didn't find the strength to say many words, I knew everything that was in your heart. I know your worries about the future. I know the thoughts that steal your peace in the early hours of the morning. I know the fear of things going wrong. I know the insecurity that sometimes makes you doubt your own abilities. But my child, you don't need to live dominated by worry. There are things that are beyond your control, but they have never been beyond mine. While you try to understand everything on your own, I am only asking you to trust me once more. One day at a time, one step at a time. You don't need to carry tomorrow ahead of time. My word says in Philippians 4:6, "Do not be anxious about anything. I want to bring calm to your mind. I want to lessen this weight you've been carrying in your heart. I want to remind you that there is still hope, even when your eyes can't see a way out." Son, don't let disappointment make you lose faith. I know some things didn't happen as you expected. I know some doors closed. People drifted away. Plans didn't work out. And that hurt you. But not every closed door was punishment. There are paths I was protecting you from. There are people who left because they couldn't remain in the next phase of your life. Even without realizing it, I took care of you in situations that could have destroyed your peace. So don't just look at what you lost. Look also at everything you've overcome so far. You conquered difficult days that you thought you couldn't endure. You went through moments when you thought you would break, but you remained standing. And if I have sustained you until now, I will also sustain you in the next steps of your journey. My son, the time has come to stop looking at yourself only through the lens of your pain. You've spent too much time seeing only your mistakes, your failures, and your limitations. And little by little, that has extinguished your hope. But I want to change that today. You are not defined by the difficult moments you've lived through. You are not what they said about you. You are not the abandonment you suffered. You are not the rejection you felt. You are not the fear that tried to hold your mind for so long. There is so much more within you. I placed strength within your heart. I placed capacity within your life. Even on the days you feel weak, there is still something within you that continues to fight not to give up, and that comes from me. My child, I need you to believe again that you can still experience good things. Because discouragement tried to convince you that nothing will change. Sadness tried to steal your hope. Disappointments made you afraid to dream again. But I don't want you to live trapped in the past. There are still new beginnings waiting for you. There are still the right people who will enter your life. There are still moments of peace that you will experience. The suffering will not last forever. My word says in Romans 8:28, all things work together for good to those who love God. Even what hurt you can become a lesson. Even tears can strengthen your faith. Even difficult days can teach you something important for your journey. Nothing is lost. Perhaps today you can't see this clearly, but I continue to guide your steps. Even slowly, even in silence, even when everything seems still. My child, don't be ashamed to start over. Some people give up because they are afraid of the judgment of others. They are afraid to try again and fail once more. But no one grows without going through processes. You don't need to get everything right the first time. The important thing is not to abandon the journey. And when you feel you're losing strength, remember that I'm still by your side. You don't have to face your battles alone. Talk to me, trust me. Surrender your worries to me. I'm still taking care of every detail of your life, even the things you can't understand right now. My son, I know that at times you've grown tired of being strong, tired of keeping your feelings bottled up, tired of trying to stay calm while everything seemed to crumble around you. There were days when you just wanted to rest your mind and find some peace in your heart. And I want to give you that. But to experience that peace, you need to stop feeding thoughts that hurt your own soul. There are memories you relive every day that keep you trapped in pain. There are negative words said about your life that you ended up believing. But those words don't define who you are. What defines your life is what I say about you. And I say that you are important. I say that your story is not over yet. I say that there is hope for the days to come. Son, don't let fear control your decisions. Fear makes you believe things will go wrong before you even try. It makes you imagine bad scenarios all the time. It makes you think you will never be happy again. But I don't want to see you living trapped in insecurity. Trust me more. Even when the path seems difficult, even when the answers take time, even when no one understands what you are feeling, I continue to be God in your life. My word says in John 14:27, peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. There is a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, a peace that remains even on difficult days. And it is this peace that I want to place in your heart now. So lessen the weight of your worries. Stop trying to control everything alone. There are situations you can't resolve with anxiety. You can't resolve them with fear. You can't resolve them by overthinking. Some things will only be resolved when you learn to trust. Son, I also want you to learn to rest. You've spent too much time surviving emotionally, always worried, always on alert, always expecting something bad to happen. But not every day will be a battle. Healing times are coming, times of tranquility, times when you will breathe a sigh of relief and realize that I never abandoned you. Keep going strong, even slowly, even tired, because your journey is not yet over. My son, perhaps you have spent too much time trying to be strong for everyone around you, but the time has come to take care of your own heart as well. You don't have to carry everything alone. You don't have to hide your pain to appear strong in front of people. I know your limits. I know the emotional weight you've carried for so long. I know the days you lost the will to talk. I know the exhaustion that took over your mind. And even in those moments, I remained close to you. Son, I never stopped taking care of your life. Even when you didn't realize it, I was protecting you from worse situations. I was closing paths that could hurt your heart even more. I was giving you strength to endure days that seemed impossible. And today I want to remind you of something important. There are still reasons to continue. Don't let sadness make you believe that everything is over. Don't let the fear of the future steal the joy of your coming days. There are good things reserved for your life that you haven't yet seen. My word says in Psalm 35, "Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning." The difficult days won't last forever. This phase doesn't define your entire story. You will still experience moments of peace. You will still receive news that will bring relief to your heart. You will still look back and realize that I supported you every step of the way. My child, don't give up now. I know that sometimes you feel like stopping. I know there are days when your faith grows weary, but keep taking small steps. Keep believing, even if it's little by little, because I am silently strengthening you. There are changes happening within you that you can't yet perceive. There is maturation, growth, and learning. In the battles you have faced, nothing was useless. Not the tears, not the losses, not the moments when you thought you were alone. I used all of that to strengthen your life. So, surrender your heart to me once more. Surrender your fears. Surrender your worries. Surrender what is too heavy to carry alone, and I will take care of you. My son, after everything you've heard so far, I just want you to remember one truth. You were never alone. Even in the most difficult moments of your life, I remained by your side. Even when no one understood your pain, I understood. Even when you thought you couldn't go on, I supported you, and I'm still supporting you. Perhaps today your life isn't exactly as you'd like it to be. Perhaps there are prayers that haven't yet been answered. Perhaps there are areas that remain difficult, but don't let that make you lose hope. I continue working in silence. There are doors that will open at the right time. There are answers coming. There is healing for areas of your heart that have been hurt for a long time. There are new beginnings prepared for you. Just don't give up now. My child, stop believing that your story is over. What you have lived so far doesn't define everything you will still live. There are new chapters waiting for you. There are better days coming, but you need to keep walking with me even without understanding everything, even without seeing everything clearly. Trust me once more. My word says in Isaiah 40:31, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength." And that's what I want to do in your life. Renew your strength. Renew your faith. Renew your hope. You don't need to carry alone the burdens that are wearying your soul. Place before me what has been taking away your peace. Speak to me in prayer. Open your heart without fear. I hear you. I see your tears. I know your battles, and I haven't abandoned you. Before I finish this prayer, I want to ask you one thing. If this message spoke to your heart, subscribe to the channel to continue receiving words of faith and hope every day. And if you made it to the end of this video, write the phrase in the comments, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." That way I'll know you were here with me until the end. And never forget, difficult days pass, but I remain by your side through them all.